everybody, and welcome to another Caveman Inc. podcast, a Raleigh Boy production podcast. Today we'll be discussing a man who needs no introduction. A man who is rich beyond measure. And we call that man Elon Musk, a supposedly satanist that we all read about. Supposedly the 3 6s don't stand for the mark of the beast. 6 electrons, 6 protons, and 6 neutrons. That is what the mark of the beast stands for. Never was meant for supposedly the devil, or so-called Lucifer, as we now know him as. He was never called that. These are well-known lies, as we all been lied to, at least for 400 years to 1,000 years. Never was meant for the mark of the beast. That's supposedly 6 electrons, 6 protons, and 6 neutrons. Never did stand for the mark of the beast. We all been lied to. Once again, if we thank the U.S. government for that, since they was supposedly lying to us about every little thing they could. And once again, been lying once again. If you believe the government, then you will actually consider the sky is green. And you realize, just to make the color green, it's 2 different colors just to make the color green. And yet we sit idle day after day. And we lived upon lies that the government is telling us every single day of our natural born life. How many times will we must go through this day after day after day? We all been lied to. We all been duped. We all been betrayed by the one particular government that has supposedly been helping us, supposedly been creating a way for American citizens. Let me tell you the truth. We're not called Americans. We're called Africans, but we're not called Americans. That has been another lie told us to by the same government that killed Martin Luther King. Supposedly. So once again, we all been lied to. For once again. If you relied upon Elon Musk control your very aspect of everyday living, and he is rich beyond anybody could ever thought. Able to buy so many houses, so many cars, so many jewels, taking over planets, buying new planets, going to Mars, building so much stuff, building spaceships that's bigger than an entire house. And this is just the start. You know, and supposedly leader don't even believe a damn thing, because it's supposed to be the president of the United States. And he is bigger than the actual known president. He makes more than the president. He started off for his own business. And right now, Elon Musk, with a whole bunch of other people, so-called elites, control the very world. And y'all call him Satanists, who worship Satan. They don't believe in God, because they believe in Satan. And that who is controlling the world, day after day. It is almost about that time since the supposedly story that we all know and love was chained up for 50,000 years. That is Greek mythology. That was another lie told us. Once again, that was the actual Titans. That wasn't the story of the devil. It's been a lie. Chained up for 50,000 years. Almost 50,000 years should be over in the next almost 30-something years. It's been another lie. That was the U.S. government telling all these liars. If you got one man who is able to buy planets, able to buy spaceships, able to buy trains, he is controlling your very life without even touching a button. He doing all this, you see. He ain't gotta do a thing. He done bought up half the planets. This man is so rich he bought his own planet. And tell me how the hell that happened. Because he has money to do it. And you're supposedly known Bill Gates. Been about the virus of COVID-19 since 2015. We actually got traces of COVID-19 just in our bodies. You know how long we've been coughing for? How long we've been in the house for? How long we've been outside for? We got traces of the COVID already in our body. Ain't doing the thing though. We had COVID for almost 20-something years. Ain't nobody tell y'all that. Think about it. We've been coughing for years. Ain't nobody said a thing till now. We got the strands of COVID already in our bodies. It's too late now. Been coughing and hacking. You got the strand of COVID already. You just ain't know it. It's in your bodies already. Just waiting for you to get sick. Hope y'all got a good immune system. Because you already got the strain. We've been coughing and hacking for almost 30-something years. Ain't nobody paid attention. In the house before COVID actually started. That's what we was doing. Coughing and hacking right in the house. Blowing up mucus, blowing up phlegm. Whole times we had traces of COVID already. And it wasn't even started back then. It was actually started in 2015. If we bother to go on the internet, we got the cell phones in our hand every day. So why we can't look up that? We look up everything else on the internet. We look up sports. We look up different agendas. So when it comes to that, we seem clueless. But we had the traces and strands of COVID ever since 2015. Supposedly, you're two millionaires. One made Microsoft, that's Bill Gates. And one created the known virus of COVID-19, Bill Gates. And another one already going about the destruction of the world. That was predicted in your so-called Bibles if you ever actually to read it. They said a man was coming, a false prophet. That's him, Elon Musk. If you think I'm lying, read the Bible. Don't even read the Bible no more. I find it absolutely useless. If you're going to talk about the destruction of the world already started. Been started since you was born. That's the destruction of the world, as we read about in the book of Revelations. But that was supposedly somebody who wasn't even in the Bible. Since they banned the Bibles, the 14 banned Bibles. That was Enoch. He was actually a disciple. Since they omitted that from the Bible, they ain't taught y'all about that. There's actually 13 disciples instead of 12. Supposedly a man was coming to see every dream he ever had. That was Enoch, who they omitted from the Bible, who they omitted from chapters, who they omitted from verses, all coming out of your Bible. They did all this to tell y'all something. It was kind of trying to control the world for years, decades. They got it done too. But y'all believe everything in their Bible. But except one particular thing. Instead of 12 disciples, it was 13. They omitted a whole bunch of people. And everybody else had their own book about them. The book of Matthew, the book of Luke, the book of John. They're still missing 13 disciples. Still missing one. That was Enoch. He was omitted from the Bible. Because the priests sit around the table discussing what can control the world. And that was the book of the Bible, Muslims, Christianity, which has been controlling the world for decades now. Muslims, Buddhists, every religion known to man. That was controlling power for them. They've been doing a damn good job of it. Think about all the millionaires and billionaires that has money to do this. We talking about the richest of the rich. They already created known viruses to kill y'all off every single day. Bill Gates already started a well-known virus since the year 2015. This is the year 2024. 2 millionaires already destroyed half the world. It's going to take no time for them to destroy the other half. They're killing y'all day by day. And nobody thought of this before. You all been lied to for decades upon decades. If you're looking for a pan in the sky to supposedly save you, you're going to keep on looking because there's nobody. Supposedly, the 666, the mark of the beast. 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, and 6 protons. That was the mark of the beast. 3 sixes. That is supposedly chemists. That's what y'all really been actually talking about. That wasn't the mark of the beast. Still yet again, you've been lied to. And y'all supposedly go to church. And y'all believe everything in that book. Unfortunately for y'all, them stories been passed down from ancient Egypt. Been passed down after generation upon generation. Y'all still believe in Moses, even though he wasn't called Moses. His name been too long to pronounce. He wasn't called Moses. And Moses been black instead of white. That was off the 10 Commandments. That was a lie too. So everything in your known universe has been a lie. Plain and simple. No doubts about it. But if you keep on relying upon these millionaires, they're going to kill y'all off day by day. And there's nothing y'all can do about it unless you want to go to a different planet. That's day by day. My rant is over for today. Hope y'all enjoy it. Caveman Inc. Raleigh Boy Production Podcast.